Hi guys, my name is Catherine. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I tell so many stories of real life experiences from the stories that people tell or from what I see myself. Now, recruiters, get serious with the people you hire. Sometimes cheap is expensive. You'd rather not have an employee in a particular area for some time but get the right staff than just pick on anyone because either the person is your relative or the person is your nationality. And this happens a lot, especially in the Gulf. When managers are a particular nationality, normally they look for people in that particular area. I mean, in the same nationality, the organization will be filled with the same nationality. Normally, it happens a lot in the Gulf. And it happens that some people are not qualified for what they're doing. Now look at the story I'm going to tell you about. This person was washing dishes in a certain hotel. And then he gets a job to supervise in a spa. He is going to supervise a department of butlers. Butlers in a spa normally take care of the guests. They walk around making sure that everything is okay with the guests. They really do a lot of communication with the guests, serving them, just making the guests comfortable, entertaining them in the facilities that they use. Now, this was an expensive spa, a multi-million kind of. It was the biggest in the Gulf that year. The year was 2007. 2007. The business had just opened. And lucky enough, it was booming business. It was booming. It just took 3 months for it to pick up. Can you imagine a spa in the right location? 23 treatment rooms. Can you imagine? For those of you who don't know what happens, there's some, in the spa we have gyms. These are wellness spas. There are gyms, workout places. There are places just to relax. And there are steam rooms, saunas. A steam room is a wet area with a lot of heat, produces steam to open up your pores, wash out toxins, remove toxins from your body, open up your lungs so that you can breathe, refresh. The lungs are refreshed, your skin is toned and everything like that. A sauna, on the other hand, is a hot wooden room. Temperature up to 90 degrees centigrade, which is if it's in the Gulf, I think the people will need to sit in the sauna to cool their bodies. But anyway, that's the joke that goes around in the Gulf, that outside is hotter than the sauna. So a sauna, people sit in, warm themselves, not really warm, but it's good for toning the skin, losing weight. You use it regularly because you will sweat. And of course, when you sweat, you detox. When you detox, of course, your body is fit. You lose weight, you burn fat, your blood flows properly. It makes your skin glow as well, just besides losing weight and other benefits. So it is hot. It has some charcoal inside, not charcoal for cooking, out there. Stones that are charcoal. This, if you want some extra steam, if you don't like a lot of steam, you can just pour some charcoal, some little water on the charcoal to produce more heat. So there's a lot of electricity in that area. Charcoal produces, it's electric generally, not like you're gonna light it like this with some fire. No, it's electric. So these are some of the things that happen in the spa. Why I'm stuck on the sauna is because there is this supervisor hired. As I said, he was washing dishes before, but because of some connections that he had, he was brought to work as a supervisor for butlers in this particular spa. Very good one. So the guy, because he believes a supervisor knows everything or should not be told everything, will not be told anything by anyone because he knows everything already. Who are you to tell him anything? He wouldn't prepare schedules properly, as in one shift will have totally no people, the other shift has everyone. As in he will make such mistakes, but nobody wanted to correct him because nobody wanted to be in trouble. You correct him, it means you think you know better. He'll make your life difficult. So people will watch him make his mistakes and laugh at it. He will have one shift with nobody and he will start calling people in the middle of the shift. Thank God that the place that people were staying was closer to the workplace. So either they will walk if it's winter, or if it's not winter, it's summer, because it's the Gulf, nobody will take the nonsense. So he will suffer that shift working alone. So unfortunately, this spa had two areas, one for ladies, another one for men. In the Gulf, normally they don't mix places like spas, they are separate. So this guy here wouldn't listen to anybody's corrections. Who are you? And if he sees any potential in anybody, because himself, he was very insecure about his position, he will make sure the person is not, potential is not known by the other managers, lest you overtake him. So he'll make sure that he doesn't talk about your achievements or anything like that. And the people who are like not so good are the people he will bring up so that he doesn't have competition. So it's a Friday. A Friday is when there are a lot of guests who come to spas, because in the Gulf, it is their free day. So they come to relax, go to the pools, come to the spa, sit in the saunas, just refresh themselves, have massages. The ones who go to the gym, go work out, come back, Some people just have the money to spend the whole day in the spa. That's how it is in the Gulf. So one guest goes to the reception. He is from the pool. Sits on a cushion at the reception. A very comfortable cushion made of sponge. He is wet, he's from the pool. Nobody noticed that he's wet to give him a towel to sit on. So the guy sits on a cushion and the cushion is all wet. And it takes some time there, so he's dripping on the cushion. One wonders why he never dried himself before he came in. Anyway, people walk in their swimsuits sometimes when they're in the spa, as part of the story. So the cushion is wet. There is no replacement for that cushion. So it's wood. It has to be removed to be dried. The stupid supervisor has an idea. Why should we waste time putting this thing in the sun while there is a sauna? Why? Why on earth can't we just dry it within a few seconds? Whoop! Because there's a lot of heat there, 90 degrees centigrade, So he called one of his juniors. Hey, guy, come here. Take this cushion, put it in the sauna. It should be dry in about 5 minutes, So this junior was a bit shocked because he had some brain, and he was like, it's a bit tricky because this thing is made of cushion, mattress kind of. And we cannot put it in a sauna because it's gonna catch fire. We can't do that. And the guy was like, if you don't want to do it, I will do it, but I'll deal with you later. So the guy takes the cushion, walks with it to the sauna. There was a guest sitting there in the sauna, enjoying himself. Then he sees the guy comes in with the cushion, and he was like, hey, where are you taking that? You're not taking that to you're not putting this thing here. You're not putting this thing. And the guy was like, I work here, so I know what I'm doing. You don't tell me anything. Well, the guest, on sensing danger here, he just left the sauna in peace because he didn't want to be caught in the mess. He knew that there is danger here, so he left. He left immediately. So the sauna was with the cushion with the sauna, the two of them together. You can imagine what he did. In the sauna, there is an area that has some charcoal. not charcoal, wet, wet. It has some stones with the electric. That's where it's heated. That's where the heat comes from. He chose that particular area just on the side so that it dries faster to impress the directors. He needs to be a manager faster. So, the moment he turned, he hadn't walked 50 meters. Did the fire alarms in the whole spa, in that area, break out? And the guy was wondering what's happening. I mean, what's the problem? Why are there fire alarms everywhere? The stupid supervisor could not connect the cushion with the sauna. As in, he was wondering where the fire is coming from. I mean, why there is a sound, why there is an alarm. Looking behind, it was all dark smoke. It was smoke. The sauna was on fire. And the sauna was not on fire alone. The sauna was on fire with the surrounding areas as well, which were the relaxation areas, the changing room areas, the corridor areas. Upstairs, there was a gym and the wirings are somehow connected. How it's done, I don't understand, but there was some connection between the wires that were burnt and the gym. Everything came to a standstill. There was an evacuation. There were guests having massage. They were all being laid out in bathrobes, There was no time to change into your clothes. It was all smoke. People were coughing. Poof, poof. This is within a span of 10 seconds from the moment he put the cushion in the sauna. There was a fire in the whole spa. A huge spa. Very huge. The biggest in the Gulf at that time. There was everybody being evacuated. People were coughing. Everybody had to go to the fire station emergency area to be counted. The guests also had to be added. And it was very difficult to trace the guests because they're on the system. So they just had to run around the treatment rooms, which were luckily enough not in the same building but outside. But the fire, you cannot judge how far the fire was gonna go. So everybody had to be evacuated from all the doors. Luckily enough, there were different emergency doors in this spa. Very many for that. So some guests were to pass outside, Luckily enough, nobody was injured. But the damage was beyond recognition. The once upon a time multi-million spa. One area was turned to a zero spa, zero profit spa, because it was no longer a spa. It had been burnt. All the walls were dark. The ceilings, lucky enough, were not made of, what do you call it? Whatever that material that burns. The ceiling was luckily enough wall. But the gym, the machines no longer worked because the connections, the wirings were all destroyed. So the machines were not working anymore. That's membership damaged. 35,000 paid for nothing. 35,000 Qatari riyals is a lot of money. How much is that? Let's calculate it in dollars and see just how much that is. Because most of these members were paying 34 Qatari riyals for an annual membership. 35 Qatari riyals to US dollars. So they're not so much anyway. It's a lot, yeah, it's a lot. Let's look at the converter. Maybe this will give us a better answer. So 35, we just want to see the damage to one person. This is 35,000 Qatari. No, this damage is not to the person. This damage, okay, this is approximately $9,612 for 1 year. Person just wasted like that. He messed up the memberships of people. He messed up the machines. This was a brand new spa, mark you. Hardly was it in the middle of its business. It was just starting, and it was starting real good. So many people, so many staff had complained about this supervisor, but their complaints were just ignored. This was like, oh, the normal staff complaints. But in this case, this was total stupidity. The person was stupid, no brain. Probably, I can say he could have done well in marketing, probably, because he managed to market himself to be hired for this particular spa. So we can say probably he could have worked better in a marketing company. So at least he had some talent somewhere. And then, luckily enough, one area of the spa was intact, thanks to the separation of the ladies and the gents spa areas in the Gulf. In between, there was a big corridor. This prevented the fire from jumping to the ladies' area, which was equally big but not as huge as the male side, which was known as the international side also. Male side gym was actually a gym for male and female, but ladies' side was a gym for female. So you know what he had done? He had actually messed up business, because now one area of the spa and the gyms had to be used by everyone, and the ladies of the Gulf could not mix with anyone. The gym timing had to be divided between men and female. Female this time, male female this time, because now they were sharing a gym. There was no international gym for mixed people, and there was only ladies gym that was to be shared by the members. Pathetic. So the ladies withdrew their memberships. It was chaotic. The men, on the other hand, were not satisfied with all the machines that were there, which were designed for ladies, things like that. So this guy really made a big mess. At the end of the day, a lot of female customers were lost, because now they had to share the same area with the male. You imagine the covered ladies bumping into a man. I mean, for them it is like, I don't know what to call it, but it is not good. That's the least I can say. So this is how this guy damaged a multi-million business. Now it's back on its feet and it's doing quite well, but it took a while. It took about 1 year to get back to its feet, because it had insurance, luckily enough. And one funny thing, after this, the guy was still telling his team, don't worry, everything will be okay, everything is going to be okay. We are going to get back to our feet, and business is going to continue. We will still do our work very well. Now people are looking at him like, you and who? Because, it's normal. Like, if you're a normal person and you realize that you made such a damage, I think it's good for you just to hand in a resignation before you're fired. Which happened. He was fired. He did not resign. Because to him it was not his problem. It was the Sauna's problem. So guys, if you like my content, like, subscribe, and share. I can see 90 something point something people are watching my videos but have not subscribed yet. So please do subscribe to get more of this. Ciao, and thanks in advance for subscribing.